Hey guys, welcome to another amazing outlet, raw Amazon opening. So we're gonna open up this pallet real quick, and we're gonna check it out and see what we can find inside because we're preparing right now for Friday's bin refill. So we're just busting open these pallets and taking out anything good that we can find to throw in our bins out in the store, our orange bins, because we only refill them once a week on Friday. So it's always fun to kind of see what we find in here. So I'm going to open up this fresh, raw Amazon pallet with you guys and just pull out and see what we can find. Just got to make sure I'm not slicing through a bunch of good stuff. All right. So we get these pallets, and we don't buy by the single pallet. Um, we buy by an entire semi truckload, so either 24 or 48 pallets at a time. They are very expensive, just so you guys know, if you're ever interested in buying some, because we do sell our pallets sometimes. We do get cheaper truckloads in where the pallets can cost around about 500 to 800 bucks a piece. But the pallets we get for our store, we actually spend quite a bit more money on them because you kind of get what you pay for. So we paid just over $1,000 per pallet for them. So it is a lot of money. We spend about $50,000 or so per truckload that we get. So 30 to 50,000, sometimes higher. So it just depends on the estimated retail value of what's in the pallets or the truckload and all that stuff. So when we buy these truckloads, they are not cheap. Obviously the stuff that we put in our bins are much higher quality than maybe some other people experience in other bin stores. So let's see what we can find. Not all pallets are awesome. Some of them, are just duds. And there's not that there's bad stuff in them, but you can kind of get some more, not as many items because they're bigger, bulkier items, or you can end up getting some, a lot of broken items or cheaper items in a certain pallet. Whereas other pallets have like just a ton of electronics, really cool stuff, good variety of tools, toys, appliances, beauty product, all kinds of stuff. So hopefully we can find a little bit of all that stuff in here this time. I don't know what this is. Just came in a little bag. It's like a little case of something. All right. So it would have been awesome. Some stuff gets damaged just where it may not have been damaged when it was put in here from Amazon, but sometimes the stuff gets damaged just by being in these pallets or being double stacked, and all the pressure just cracks stuff. So this would have been nice, but it's obviously cracked. It looks like an LED vanity mirror that lights up. Dang, that gets bright. And then it has like where you can put your jewelry and all that stuff. It looks like it has a couple different layers to it with some other stuff down inside there. So, I mean, not that it's not still sellable, but definitely not, a higher end item. So that's a bummer, but still a cool item. Let's see what we got here. Obviously, these are loads that we bought just not too long after Christmas. So you do get a lot of holiday stuff in there. So we have been getting quite a bit of holiday stuff going on. When we find brown boxes like this, sometimes they say what they are and sometimes they don't. Sometimes even what they say they are is not really the product that's inside. So we always like to pop them open and see what's going on in there. I'm not sure what this is. It's like a plastic curtain kind of thing. I'm not sure. Again, not everything's an expensive electronic. As you can see, we got a thing full of sticks, just wood sticks. So, all right. We got some foam pads. People use these for like doing construction, like tile or different stuff, so they can put their knees on them. So they're just like knee pads, or you can use them for like different yoga stuff or different training stuff. So weight training stuff. Here we go. Get something good finally. I'm not sure the brand is any good. I'm not a buyer of these products, but I know some of these that we've gotten in that are these same things. They're kind of like a hair dryer. They got all the attachments and stuff like that, but at the brushes usually range between 100 and like 300 bucks, 400 bucks sometimes, just depending on the brand and all that stuff. We've gotten the Shark ones in and a few other ones, and this one looks like it's completely brand new. All the attachments are still wrapped in their plastic and everything. So it's pretty sweet. It's a nice little find. Like I said, you get what you pay for. When you buy these higher end loads, they're extremely expensive, but you get what you pay for. So you do end up finding a lot better stuff. You can find, a lot of different cell phones, electronics, laptops of all different brands and everything. So it's another good item. Got like a kind of like a Roomba type of vacuum that you can operate off of your cell phone. Some of these, I believe, are also, they do mopping and vacuuming. Yeah, this one does both vacuum and mopping. Looks like it can go to your Google Home, or Amazon Alexa can also control it. So that's actually probably a much higher end product. So I'm not sure about the brand. I can get my other phone real quick and we can check out the price of some of these things. Give me just 2 seconds. If I grab my other phone, we can look it up on the Amazon app and see what we got going on if it's charged. Pull out some other products here while I'm waiting for this to turn on. So this looks like it's a balloon column kit for like parties and different stuff. It's interesting. Let's go here. This one's already open. It says it is an organizer, storage plastic organizer drawer. So it has this couple drawers to it. Organizer for like makeup and different stuff. We get a lot of organizers and different things like that. Guys, if you guys haven't been here on a Friday, you definitely got to come. All the best stuff is in the bins, and you get first pick, especially if you're here at 10 a.m. when we open. You get first pick of anything in the bins, starting off of only 15 bucks an hour, or 15 bucks an hour, $15 for any item in the orange bins. But you got to come check it out because you can find some just insanely killer deals in our bins for only 15 bucks. And then you can come back every single day to see what's left over for an even cheaper price because it goes from $15 to 12 to 10 to 8, 5, and then we stop at 3 on Thursday before we refill the bins again. So this looks like a pillow, like a body pillow, but it looks really clean. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. They might have just received it and then realized it's not exactly what they were looking for, and didn't want it anymore. So we'll see if my phone's up and working here. All right. So I just use the Amazon app here. I'm sure I've shown you guys this before. This one right here, just the store Amazon app, because a lot of these products you can actually scan the sticker on them that start with an X or a B. And by just going to the camera right up here, clicking that little guy, and then down here at the bottom, you can click the barcode to scan the barcode, or you can take a picture and it'll pull up. It doesn't always pull up the exact item on Amazon, but sometimes pretty close. Sometimes the exact item, but let's see if this will pull up. We're checking out the Roomba-ish kind of vacuum to see what we can find. So yeah, so this looks like this one is normally $150, but it's on sale right now for $114. So that's pretty cool. We actually got one of these ourselves from our store here, and then we have another one. So they're both the same brand. I'm not sure what all the difference is. Maybe just one is a mopper and a vacuum, and the other one isn't. But this one's normally $200 with a sale price of $150. So I'm not sure the difference of them or which one this exact one is. I'd have to look at like the model numbers and all that fun stuff. So, hey, cool thing about our store also, guys, is anything on our shelves that's marked as priced as marked, that's not in our orange bins, but it has an orange sticker that's priced as marked. If you can find any of those items cheaper online, as long as it's a U.S. retailer and as long as it's the same exact item and it's still available online, we'll actually beat the price. So definitely when you come here, take out your phone. We want you to have the best deals. So take out your phone for anything that's priced as marked and see if you can find it cheaper, and come tell us and show us that it's still available, like sold by a U.S. retailer, meaning eBay, Amazon. It has to be the same exact condition, same exact item, all that stuff, and we'll beat the price. So you literally can't find stuff cheaper than here at AMZing Outlet. So I have no idea what this is. It looks like a little corner shower caddy. We get a lot of home improvement stuff. So just by chance, if you guys are looking to improve any of your lighting, any of your different home improvement stuff inside your home, definitely come here first, because we have stuff in here, because we get so much of it. We just mark it super crazy low, 10 and 15 bucks and $8 for like lighting fixtures and all that stuff for your living room. I mean, stuff for your bathroom, all that stuff. Just super crazy cheap. You can find it in the bins, sometimes on lower dollar days for crazy cheap $5 and $8 and $3 even sometimes. So before you go anywhere else, if you want to save a ton of money, definitely come here before you do any of those home improvement things. We got a side table and drawer. Looks like it's a walnut color. It would have to be put together. It doesn't have a picture or anything on it, but it just says a side table with drawer. It's a rustic walnut. And these are the stickers that will scan in with that app. So if you come to our store, you can scan these stickers, and it usually pulls up the right item, and you can see how much it's worth. So see what kind of deals you're getting. We love when our customers tell us about how they just had that same exact item in their Amazon cart at home or something, and they came here and found it for way, way cheaper. We hear that like literally on a daily basis. So, and unfortunately, sometimes we hear also, oh, I just bought that on Amazon and he found it here for $5 when it was, a $20, $30 item. So it's kind of a cool little shelf. I think it's for like holding coffee stuff and everything. What we got here? We got a polish machine for nails, it looks like. It definitely looks like it was opened at some point. So I have no idea. Looks like everything's there. Let's see here. Electric corded rotary tool. Maybe it's not just for nails. Maybe it's like just a carbide rotary tool. Comes with all those different attachments. I know my camera probably puts all this stuff like kind of backwards. I don't know how well you can read it, but so it's kind of like a Dremel tool is basically what it is. That's pretty sweet. That's a good little find. Those are usually not super cheap. Oh, look at this. They put it in a sandwich baggie for us. How nice of them. Looks like just some little flowers. Not all of them are 10s. So what we got here? Just in a brown box, but it looks like it might be a toy of some sort. Christmas. Looks like it's a snowman do-it-yourself kit for the kids. Kind of cool. It'll sell good on Christmas. We usually store a lot of this stuff just because it just doesn't sell throughout the year, obviously. So we store a lot of this stuff in the back and wait for Christmas to roll around. And then we do like a big Christmas sale bash in our bins where it's just loaded with all kinds of really awesome, like even higher end Christmas stuff. So you don't want to miss that when that next year rolls around. Same thing with summer. We have just crazy amounts of summer stuff stashed away in the back. So come summertime, we're going to do a big summer sale bash where the bins will just be loaded with all kinds of floaties, all kinds of swimming gear and everything else you could possibly think of, just rounders of bathing suits for men and women, like all kinds of stuff. So don't miss out on that. Not very exciting stuff. A boomerang and looks like maybe a rug. What we're looking for is some of the best stuff because we have bin refill coming and we like to put some of the best stuff out there for you guys. This looks like just a bunch of Christmas bulbs here. Again, not super exciting. I don't know what the heck this guy is. Just came in a little plastic bag. Just so you guys know, whenever you get these pallets or see these labels, these are LPN labels. That means that it's an Amazon return. It actually stands for like license plate number, but for Amazon. So that's how you also know that they're legitimately Amazon return pallets and not what we would call FC pallets, which is fulfillment center pallets. which have a lot of new stuff in them, but they're usually a lot cheaper. So this whole thing is like a giant marker set. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that brand, but it is a huge marker set. I mean, like, huge marker set. It unfolds like a couple different ways. And those I know aren't very cheap as well. So we've had lots of different marker sets and crafty kits and stuff come in, and they're just insanely expensive. But the cool thing is here is you can find them for super cheap in our bins for like 15 bucks, sometimes 12, 10, you know, if they don't get picked up. So it's kind of cool because coming here is kind of like gambling. It's like going to the casino, but you always win because you come here and you just never know what you're going to find, what kind of deals and treasures you're going to find. But you always get to leave with something that's super awesome and a good deal. So, and by a gamble, I mean you can come here and find something in the bins, and you can take the gamble of whether or not do I want to pick it up today or do I want to take the risk of it not being here tomorrow, or see if I can come back tomorrow and pick it up for a few bucks cheaper. So, because in our bins we have limited inventory, sometimes only one of something, sometimes only 3 or 5 of something. And it's just whatever's left over for the day is what drops in price the next day, because we leave everything in the orange bins, and what doesn't sell the next day, it's going to be cheaper. So so it's whatever's left over from day to day, all the way down to $3 before we refill the bins again. What do we got here? Looks like maybe Christmassy, ornamenty stuff. There we go. We got an electric lunchbox. These are actually super freaking cool. Looks like it is fast heating, multi-purpose, leak-proof, food grade, portable, plugs in, keeps your food nice and warm for when lunchtime rolls around. Come with a really cool carrying case. Let's see here. Oh yeah, doesn't look like it's been used. Looks like it's still in its plastic and everything. A lot of these come with like the silverware. A lot of these come with like the cigarette lighter charger and the regular charger cord. So you can literally plug it in your vehicle and have it ready to go for lunchtime. So, and this is completely unused, so super nice. That's a pretty cool little find. So a lot of these more expensive pallets like this usually also have a lot of, quote unquote return items, but so many of them are still completely brand new. So like I said before, a lot of times it's, if a box gets damaged, Amazon will liquidate it. But the product is still good. If someone just receives it at the house and they're like, oh, they sent me the wrong color, or it wasn't what I expected, or whatever it is, or they just had buyer's remorse and they returned it, or they didn't even use it or just opened the box and then returned it. It's just cheaper for Amazon just to liquidate those items. So they get liquidated, put on a semi, and they come here to AMZing Outlet, and then they come in the bins for you guys to find killer deals. So brand new stuff. Even our returns are a lot of times just brand new stuff. So we try to test everything before we throw it out there. We just can't get to everything. But the awesome thing about our store is that we will open anything you want up front at the counter before you check out to make sure it's to your liking, make sure it's, we'll plug stuff in, make sure things work, make sure parts and pieces are there. And then as a backup, we also offer a return policy for anything defective. So I don't know if any other bin stores do that or if they started doing that, but we do that. So we want to back up our products. We've had people make comments on videos that I've posted saying, why would anybody want to come to a return store and buy products that are probably broken and don't work and missing pieces and all this other stuff. And so that's why, because most of them aren't. Most of them are brand new. About 20% of them are legitimate returns, different conditions, because we don't just get Amazon. We get Amazon, Target, Kohl's, Home Depot. Most of them being overstock and shelf pulls, so they're brand new products, or even just damaged boxes or different stuff. Whereas the product is brand new. So, but even then, just as a backup, we want to give you guys confidence in shopping here. So we'll do a return on anything that's defective. So, oh, this is interesting. Raindrop aroma diffuser. but it makes it like a little, almost like a little world in there, little garden thing, something or another. But it's actually a diffuser, so you can diffuse the oils in there, and then it does like raindrops into like a little lake thingy with the woods and stuff. That's super cool, actually. I've not, we've get a ton of diffusers in, and I've never seen one come in quite like this. It looks like it was open previously because it's out of its paper. I mean, it's plastic paper. Out of its plastic, and I can smell some sort of a diffuse, like oil, but that's it right there. So it doesn't look like it was used much. Like just maybe try it out, but again, we'll test it before we put it out, confirm that it works and everything, and someone can pick that up for an awesome deal. What we got here? Ooh, nice. We got a 6.9-inch car multimedia player. So it's usually, a lot of these are touchscreen. You got your charger thingies on it here. So if your car doesn't have a screen or you need to replace one, we get these in the store often. They're super cool. They work with like Apple Music and Google stuff and everything else. But they're super good. A lot of times, a cool little thing with these is a lot of times you can play video on them as you can't in like screens that are already put in your vehicle because they make it to where you can't. But a lot of these ones, you can actually like, you could literally watch Netflix or something in your car. So, yeah, I don't know if it doesn't seem like it's been used. All that stuff looks like it's in plastic. But anyway, those are pretty nice. I don't know what we got here. Looks like maybe some car chains or like a car emergency kit or something. No, something else. Maybe a dent puller. Yeah, that's what we got going on. That's pretty cool. So it's a little kit to fix dents and stuff in your car. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. That's kind of cool. It has a whole kit with a dent puller and different stuff. Hey, you could buy a dent puller kit and do a small business of just pulling dents out of people's cars and stuff. Or not have to take your car to the shop to do it yourself or to pay for it to be done. But everything in here looks brand new. It doesn't look like it was used. It's all like still in its plastic wrapping and everything. Yeah, it's a cool little find. Got a car heater, an auto heater fan. So if your heater went out in your car, you could totally plug this guy in and have a little heater in your car, which is nice. I've had a car like that before. That sucks in the middle of winter time. What we got here? This one had the plastic on it, but it was kind of opened. I don't know if that means it's used or not, but it looks like an electric teeth cleaner, like a little water pick, you know. This one looks like it's a more compact version. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like there's no obvious signs of use, but it was definitely at least opened. Like the box was definitely opened. So, nice. Nice little find. We got more Christmassy stuff, it looks like. Oh, that's cool. We got some toys. So we are getting a good variety in this particular pallet. Some tools, some toys, some beauty product, some electronics. So good little mixture. So it looks like a little robot you can put together for your kid. I don't know if you can put the same one into all three of these different ideas, but it looks completely sealed, never opened before. It's just a little builder set for your kid. Toys are insanely expensive in the stores nowadays. It's crazy. We don't buy toys at Walmart or any of those other places anymore, obviously, because here they're just way cheaper. So we have people all the time come in here just for like birthday parties, obviously Christmas and all that stuff, where they can just buy toys for $5 and $8 and just get insane deals. Even on $3 day, we have really cool plushies and different stuff in our bins and Barbies sometimes and all that stuff that you can just buy for super duper cheap. So definitely come check it out if you're looking to do a birthday party or anything else for all ages, or you could find something in here. So RV adapter plug, brand new, not used yet. These freaking things are expensive. If you want an RV or a little motorhome thingy or whatever it is, or you need an adapter thingy for laundry stuff or whatever, come here because we get them in all the time and you can find them for super cheap. So what we got? Looks like we got a bionic spotlight, solar powered. Yeah, so nice. Tiny Land. Oh, this is cool. It's a kid's play tent. Looks like the box was definitely damaged, which is probably why it came in here, because it looks like everything in there is still wrapped in its plastic and its tissue paper and all that stuff. So that's probably exactly why it ended up being liquidated. I don't know what all that is, but it looks cheaper. We got a controller. We have a neon LED sign. I wonder what it says. They never say what they say. I mean, sometimes they do, but more often than not, it doesn't say what the LED sign actually says. It just says that it's a light up LED sign. This one is a holiday one. It's a gingerbread man Santa. Exciting. Got an electric fuel pump for you mechanics out there, or people that just don't want to spend an insane amount of money taking it to a mechanic or buying those parts. You can find them here for crazy cheap. We have a whole cart full of just nothing but car parts and stuff that are marked down crazy cheap. So, all right, what is this guy? I don't know what this part is. Looks like just more holiday stuff. Not super exciting like we have been finding. We've been finding some really good electronics and beauty product and whatnot. That literally sounds broken. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's literally broken. Smart LED desk lamp. Not bad. Colorful spa, healthy shower head. It's a filtered shower head. Heard these are actually really nice. People are looking for them from time to time. What we got here? Some sort of toolbox-ish of some sort. I don't know which way to open it. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. Let's see here. Here we go. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that at all. But it's some sort of puller of some sort. We do get a lot of tools in from time to time. Sometimes a lot of tools, sometimes a few here and there. But so literally this place is for the whole family. You can bring your kids, husbands, wives, whatever, and you're going to find something for everybody. So I don't know what that is. Looks like we got some unopened cotton Hanes underwear. We get those in. quite a bit, different kinds. Guys and girls, Calvin Klein stuff, all that stuff. Oh, that's kind of cool. We got a ice cream maker machine. Everybody needs an ice cream maker machine in their house. That's pretty sweet. Little stand-up mixer ice cream machine. Probably work as a regular, just mini stand-up mixer as well. All right. What else we got in here? Just trying to find some good stuff in here. 300 LED curtain string lights. Makes a curtain out of it, like that. We got a neck tuck neck massager. We do get these in often, so if you're looking to get a little massage, definitely come hit up our bins on Friday. Electric dancing squid. I don't know what that's all about, but electric dancing squid. Another marker set. These ones look spilled out everywhere. Christmas stuff. Watch band. I don't know what that is. Let's see. I'm just trying to dig out good stuff, guys. Again, we're going to fill our bins up with all kinds of awesome stuff for Friday. So we're just trying to locate all that stuff. This is air compression recovery boots. They go on your legs and on your feet. And they're compression boots. Super awesome. I'm pretty sure they're pretty expensive. This one doesn't have any super obvious signs of being open, but we can open it up here in just a second. I'm actually going to see what it comes up as price-wise. If it'll bring up the right thing. It doesn't always bring up the right item, so. So it looks like, I don't know what brand that one is. So they kind of range in price all over the place. So this one's like normally $240, but it's on sale right now for $170. These ones are like 500 and something bucks. This one's a bit cheaper, usually 140, but on sale right now for 120. So I guess it just depends on what kind of feature. Some of them are heated and the compression, so you just never know. But anyway, that's a sweet find. We got a little stainless steel trash can. Little desk trash can. Okay, this is a kind of a cool cell phone case. It's a camera or a cell phone case. It's like a camera. Check that out. That's kind of cool. Pretty sweet. We've got a keyboard and mouse combo. This one, I don't know if it was open just from being smashed because it's still in its plastic and stuff. And it doesn't look like it's been used. But it is a little play mat, it looks like, for an infant. We got a kid's little jewelry set, make headbands. That one's kind of cool. Kids get pretty excited when they come in here because they find some random cool toys and different stuff. So got some like headphones, sit around your neck and in your ears. I have no idea what this is. Science magic something or another. Definitely hasn't been opened because it's still in its like manufacturer box. Whereas the store would have probably opened this thing up and put the product on its shelf. But see right here, it's all dented up. That's probably why it got liquidated, because the box got dented, but the product is still perfectly fine. Yeah, see the product's all dented up right there, the box. But it's a kid's science magic kit. That's pretty sweet. This looks like this is a keypad knob lock. It may. I don't know. It's not wrapped in plastic or anything, so I don't know if it was opened or used or anything. There's no obvious signs of use, but it may have been opened. If you guys haven't been here on some of our lower dollar days, you definitely gotta come check it out, because people leave behind such awesome stuff in the bins. Even sometimes on $3 day when we go to clean out the bins and we're filling the bins with new fresh stuff, we're always like, why did they not pick this up throughout the week? You can find just such good stuff that's way beyond the lower dollar values, where that retails for like even 20 bucks, 15, 10 bucks. And lower dollar days are like 8, 5, and $3. So definitely come check it out. This looks like a little pan set. Two different pans, or two pans that are the same. We do a lot of kitchenware um, and different stuff in here. You can literally find anything. Another car multimedia player touchscreen. This one looks all busted up, but it doesn't look like it's ever used because the little tabbies haven't been pulled off the back of the thingies. Maybe it has on some of them. I don't know. I'll have to take a closer look. But it's those. It's 150 feet of the outdoor lighting to go on the eaves of your house. We've been getting a lot of these in lately. Big packs, like 200 feet. Like the higher end brands and the knockoff lower end brands as well. We got a pressure relief seat cushion. We get seat cushions in a lot. This is air dry clay. It's a bunch of clay to do like little fun projects. Air dry clay. Got a little play set for kids. This pallet's had good stuff in it. It's just not terribly exciting all the way through. Looks like a little bit more cheaper stuff than there is like higher end stuff. This looks like if it's really what it says it is on there, it's a tricycle for toddlers where you can like push them and kind of get them started on riding a bike, which is super awesome. And it looks to be possibly have been opened, but looks good condition. Like it doesn't have a bunch of wear and tear on it or anything like that. It looks like everything's sitting in there. If all the parts and pieces are there, which is something we also check for. Or we'll open it up for you to check at the counter before you leave. Like I said, we get a little bit of everything. There's some lamps, little stand-up lamps, or lamp, not lamps. We get a high definition little digital camera. It's kind of cool. People have been kind of getting all over these. We've had a few of them come in, and they get pretty excited about them. I gotta call it here in just a minute. See about pulling out a couple more things. A lot of the really good stuff can sometimes be at the very bottom of some of these pallets. So that's where a lot of times we end up running into, cell phones and different stuff like that. So this looks like LED lights for like your pickup truck or different stuff. We get a lot of those in. Pretty sweet. Doesn't look like it's been used. There's two of them. Little fog lights or something. Little daytime running lights. What else are we gonna find down here? We get a lot of pots and pan sets all the time. Really nice ones. There we go. We got a cast iron, what is that, a brazier? It says enameled cast iron brazier. Let's see. Okay. Well, like I said, we get pots and pan sets, and it looks like a really nice cast iron set. This is the lid. Brand new, it looks like. Never been used. That's why it always makes me laugh when people make comments. Why would you want to go to an Amazon return store when everything is used and broken or whatever? Trust me, there's some horrible bin stores out there. But this looks pristine. Still has the paperwork, still wrapped in plastic. No markings or anything on it. But there is, before we opened up this store, we went to quite a few different bin stores all over the country, and a lot of them were shockingly horrible. Not only just dirty and stuff like that, but had just horrible items and stuff. And so when we decided to do our bin store, we decided to do things much, much differently. We put a lot of importance on awesome customer service, making the place look as clean and feel as clean as possible. You're dealing with liquidation stuff here, so and pallets and everything else. But we go out of our way to try to make sure stuff is clean, stuff looks good, smells good, everything else. So, and we try to make sure we have the highest quality items we can find on the market for liquidation from Amazon, Target, Kohl's, and Home Depot. So we try to bring you guys the best things at the best prices possible. Like I said, these loads aren't cheap. They run for anywhere between $25 all the way up to $50,000 and $60,000 per truckload. So depending on what we're getting. So, which means each pallet usually costs us over $1,000. So we don't even make any money on anything in here until we've recouped at least $1,000 per pallet, which is pretty crazy. Got a camera, little digital camera, and like I said, some pallets are awesome, some of them are not so awesome. So you recoup that cost pretty quickly on some pallets. Other pallets, you kind of break even, and every once in a while you get pallets that you kind of, you may lose a little bit, but basically break even on. So, but for the most part, you do make something on every single pallet if you can sell everything in it. So. Some giant Christmas bulbs. What we got here? Outdoor solar wall lanterns. I don't know what they look like. We'll have to get into that later. They're outdoor. They're probably wired in. We get a lot of smartwatches in, both expensive ones like actual Apple watches and stuff like that, but we also get a lot of the knockoff, cheaper ones of like knockoff Fitbit kind of things and Apple Watch or knockoff Apple Watches and stuff. But even some of these generic smartwatches and Fitbit kind of things are actually really good. We've tested a few of them. We've had customers come back and say, yeah, it works awesome. And they're like, you know, you can get them for in the bins for super cheap. Even if we have them underneath our counter, they're priced at $10, $15, sometimes $20. We got here long arm desk stand, clamps onto your desk. All right, guys, I'm about to call it here in a second. Got a few other things I got to get done, but until we get to the bottom of this pallet, we're probably not going to pull out much more super exciting stuff. We got looks like a cold ice or heat pad for specifically for shoulder pain. Got a karaoke machine, not machine, like microphone that has the speaker and everything on it. So we've had quite a few of these in the bins over the last month or so. Kind of cool. Make for a fun game night or, you know, whatever. We get a lot of Stanley bottles in. This is cool. Yeah, I know these are pretty expensive. It's a portable water and milk warmer. A lot of times we get these in and they're like higher end brands like Mommy Cozy and stuff like that. Mom Cozy and all that. Create a sticker, mess-free, refillable sticker maker. Nice. Little sticker maker machine. What is this? Transparent, clear, something, some type of panels. I don't know. This seems like a little bit cheaper. What is this? 3-in-1 facial cleaner. More beauty product. Nice. Anyway, I'm going to jump off here, guys. This was another raw Amazon returns pallet. They're always fun to get into. The cool thing is if you come in the store, you can kind of have that same experience because every time you come in, you never know what you're going to find. It literally changes every week. We get new truckloads in twice, 1 to 2 truckloads in per month. So, and that could be an Amazon, that could be a Kohl's or Home Depot or whatever different type of retailer we get it from. So you just never know what you're going to find. You never know what an Amazon, that could be a Kohl's or Home Depot or whatever different type of retailer we get it from. So you just never know what you're going to find. You never know what